grew up on a story the elders still say, by lantern and wood stove on blizzarding day. I wasn't there to see steel bite that ice, but I carry their voices, I've heard it enough times. They swear one winter night the whole game got reset, when a wild-eyed coach first emptied the net. They speak of a valley where black spruce stand guard, snowbank to the windows, wind howling hard. The rink was a barn made of timber and tin, frost fog on the glass, cold air pouring in. No one had heard of an empty bear cage. The net was your anchor, your line to the stage. You guarded that frame like your own beating heart. To leave it wide open, that wasn't a part. Their keeper, they say, looked carved out of bone, pat scarred and worn like a weathered old throne. Mask full of spiderweb cracks, pale and thin, steam curling off him like smoke from a kiln. He tapped both his posts with a slow, steady knock, as if nailing the night to the face of the clock. But that final, they tell me, turned heavy and grim. 2 goals down laid and the chances were slim. Boots shook the planks as they begged for a spark, every breath hanging white in that timber dark. Whoa! Strode a figure they knew, a coach with a nose bend and crooked askew, eyes like cold embers, half mad, half wise, snow dust in his hair, storm under his eyes. He stared at the keeper, then stared at the net, at the clock ticking down like a slow falling thread. No soul in that barn could imagine the bed. You never left home with an open set net. He jabbed with one finger, drew breath through his teeth, voice cut through the rafters and boards underneath. You, off the ice as the crowd's faces froze. What's he doing, they whispered. Has he lost it? Who knows? The goalie glid backward, confusion in tow, blades scratching question marks into the snow. 6 jerseys leapt over the boards in his place. Fear like a blizzard blew across every face. No one knew the trick he'd said, they just stared at that wide, naked, empty net. 6 skaters surging like the north wind song, every pass a gamble, every stride headstrong. They thought the coach had finally lost his mind, but that's how legends get carved in the golden time. Their smallest winger from farm fields up north shot out like an arrow the moment sprung forth. Snow mist at his heels, shoulders low, edges bright, weaving through giants in the gray barn light. He caught a hard pass on the toe of his blade, cut once then again through the chaos they'd made. Shot low through a forest of stick, steel, and doubt. They swear you could hear the whole barn's heart shout. The puck kissed the post with a sharp ringing tone, then rattled on in like it knew its way home. The crowd went from silent to thunder and smoke, as if winter itself split in half when it broke. Now I only know what the old ones repeat. Wet snow on their coats, melted pools at their feet. They'd lean on their sticks, let the details reset, but always come back to that first empty net. Back then the idea was madness and sin, to pull your own keeper and dare chaos in. Now every late winter with the score slipping thin, that crooked-nosed ghost seems to whisper, begin. Now they holler, pull the goalie late, like a war, drums roll against a closing fate. 6 skaters flying like a wild goose flock, chasing one last heartbeat against the clock. No one knew the That's how legends stay alive.